NOLA, Twitter comedians. Oh, these church pews. I feel like we're gonna do a, revival. Holy shit, guys! Hey, come on in. Have a seat. Oh my god, I almost just pulled over the stool and knocked over my beer. Why does everybody look so dumbfounded right now? It's a fucking comedy show. You're looking at me like, what's going on? What's happening here? What's happening here? What's happening? Give it up for yourselves, guys. Come on. See, I know what's going on right now is that if this was day one, everybody would be so excited, but we're all so fucking hungover. What the fuck, Dan? Why did we do the comedy show on the second day? I was like, yay, guys, Twitter comedians. This is fucking awesome, guys. So tired. So tired. Let's give it up for Sidney's Saloon. This place is dope. This place is awesome. Decor inspired by Disney's The Haunted Mansion. And enough taxidermied heads to make Gaston cream his fucking pants, man. Awesome. We're all gonna have our heads on the wall at the end. Did you see this neighborhood? Holy shit. They refurbished in here, but out there, oh my god. I'm kidding. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful city. It's beautiful. This is a very safe, clean city. I only got 3 STDs last night. Guys. I took a power nap before I got here just to build up the energy. Anybody else take a power nap? Yeah, it's when you masturbate and fall asleep? Yes. That's the definition of a power nap, guys. If you did not know that, I'm taking a power nap. Power nap! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the permanent smile on my face. I know I look like an asshole. I was born this way. I'm sorry. I look like Paul Rudd, but if God stepped on me a little bit, right? Kind of like a squatty Paul Rudd. Is somebody heckling already? Jesus Christ. Del, what? Oh, I thought he was saying boo. I was like, I just started. Jesus Christ, Del. Where was I? Paul Rudd, that's right. Do you guys think I always get told I look like Paul Rudd a little bit, but I look like a puffy one. It's all the alcohol. I look like a puffy Paul Rudd. I'm hoping he's gonna get a beekeeper film and I'll play the stung double, Paul, you're good. Jacob, hi. But I look like an asshole, and it's not my fault. I grew up in the Bible Belt. My parents shipped me off to Christian summer camps as a kid, and this is what happens to your face. It's just permanently smiling, just like, hi, yes, peace be with you. Hi. How are you? Holy shit. And people want to beat you up. They want to kick your ass when you look like this. And I've never been in a fight. Has anybody in here been in a fight before? All right, well, good for you. I've never been in one. That's amazing, because I look like this asshole. But it's not that people haven't tried. I just found a clever way to get out of them. And it's not through self-defense, because they don't teach fucking Krav Maga at Christian summer camps, guys. Okay, we only got one move, and it's this. You can speed it up and be like, show me Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Very specific movement, though. So I had to devise a way of getting out of fights, because they come up on occasion. I was in LA a couple weeks ago, and I bumped into this dude at a bar, and I spilled a little bit on him, and he looked at me, and he was like, what the fuck, dude? You want to go? And I panicked, and I pretended I was from Scotland. I looked at him, and I said, excuse me, it feels like you're coming at me quite aggressively right now. And he was like, ugh. Where are you from, bro? This is where I fucked with him some more. I said, I'm from Brigadoon. Now, if you don't know what Brigadoon is, it's a 1950s musical. So there's only 2 scenarios here. Either one, this asshole has totally fucking seen Brigadoon, and now I'm in his head. Or 2, he's never seen Brigadoon, and now I've just validated my Scottish heritage. And while he's mulling that shit over, I just start limbering up. I'm just like... It's been a long time since I haberdashed a fella. Haberdashing is sewing small buttons. Strike 2 for this asshole psyche. But in the moment, I'm glad I went Scottish, because if I went Irish, I think I would have gotten my ass beat. Because Scottish is dangerous. It sounds like the tongue's boxing the back of the teeth. If you go Irish, it's depressing. Cool, but depressing. He'd come at me and be like, go ahead and take a swing. You can't take anything else away from me. Shannon already took the children from me. You can only take me pride, me dignity. You're going down, Liam, okay? You're getting your ass beat. You may win a fucking Golden Globe in the process, but good luck, Lucky Charms. You could try the gangster British Guy Ritchie movie thing, but like, oh, hey, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I've got 3 guns. My mate's got 2 guns. That's fucking 6. What? 5 guns. You fuck with us, it's mathematical. You could try that, guys, but what have we learned? Brigadoon, haberdashing. This guy watches Downton Abbey. He doesn't give a shit about your British accent, right? But if you say Scottish words, if you use that accent, you can be crazy. You can say things that don't even make sense. I actually don't carry a gun. I carry a fucking broadsword. If you touch me one more time, I'm gonna slice you right down the middle and fuck both your corpses. My first 3-way's gonna be with you. I brought back Father, Son, Holy Ghost. See how the move came back? Yep. Aha! All right, we're going to be getting this show started very soon, but I'm going to tell you one last thing, okay? Like I said before, I grew up in Oklahoma, and I didn't fit in there at all. I didn't, obviously, right? I mean, I couldn't catch a football because I was born with jazz hands. It's not my fault, guys. I just can't catch with pizzazz. But my parents were super fucking strict when I was growing up. They didn't allow me to have sweet cereal. Did anybody have this plight? Like, no sweet cereal? Yeah, that's just bullshit. If you guys had sweet cereal, you were spoiled. I had grape nuts. You know, that was sawdust in a box. That was horrible shit. If you were a kid and you were deprived of sweet cereal and you went to the cereal aisle, all the sweet cereals were beautiful and colorful, and there were toys in them, and they had cartoon characters on everything, and it was just onomatopoeia. It was just crackles, snackles, cakes, tricks. You know, there was a fucking Captain Crunching, you know? There was only, all of them were cute names except for one. Life. I beg your pardon? Life? Are you serious? Who thought that would be a good name for a brand of morning cereal? It's 7 a.m. I gotta ponder my fucking mortality right now? Are you shitting me? Life? What would you guys have given? What would you have given to have been at the pitch meeting where somebody offered that up as an idea? Was there Cereal Incorporated who's like, hey guys, we're gonna just spitball some new ideas around the company, see what you guys got working around. Jim, what do you got for me? Well, as you know, we've already done remarkably well with Count Chocula. We're gonna continue that tradition with a thing we like to call Frankenberry. Oh my God, Jim, that's next level, guys. That's what I'm talking about right here. Pam, you got anything? We have researched and people love cookies. So we're gonna take cookies and make them small and put them in cereal, and it's gonna be called Cookie Crunch, Cookie Crisp. And it's pronounced like this, Cookie Crisp. Pam, guys, these are the kind of ideas that we came here to spitball. Anybody else? I have an idea. Frank, I thought you were going to take some time off after the divorce. I said I have an idea. Okay. What's the idea? Life? Life. Okay, well, is it sweet? Well, at first it is. And each bite you take, it's the same goddamn thing over and over and over and over again. Until you wake up one day and you look down the bowl and the milk is dried up from your wife's bosom and all you're left with is your goddamn fucking mushy life. Burn it! Anything else? Well, it comes in cinnamon too. Yes, guys, that was the reaction I wanted. Fantastic. I am already sweating so bad. I look like a cast member of A Time to Kill right now. Oh my God. Guys, holy shit. Are we ready to do this comedy show or what? You're stuck with me all night. I'll keep getting up here and I'll be trying to keep you guys laughing, and I'll probably be progressively getting drunker, which is good. I hope you will too. Keep getting drinks. Let's give it up for this place, Sidney Saloon. Fantastic. Right now, I'm going to bring up the first comic, and he is a New Orleans local, and he was named as Paper Magazine's 2015 Comics to Watch, guys. So we're really happy to have him here with us tonight. So let's give it up right now. Guys, loudly for Chris True.
Hey everybody, this is fun, right? Yes, hi. Whoever just said hi back. I'm very excited, happy to be here. Thank you all so much for having me. Check it out. Oysters, avocado, and cinnamon. These things all have one thing in common, and that's that they're all foods, and they're also all aphrodisiacs. Do we know about this? They all make people think, or they want them to have sex a little bit more. The scent of cinnamon, the taste of avocado, it all induces thoughts of sex. And this makes cinnamon roll sundaes in the true household make so much more sense. Because every Sunday morning I would get up and my parents would be in the kitchen and they would be making a bunch of cinnamon rolls. And they would ring this bell. Me, my brother, and my sister would come running down the stairs. On the table would be a big old pile of fresh baked cinnamon rolls. And my dad would be fucking my mom. Now I get it. My sister recently had a child. This child, every time he looks at me, he points and he screams. He's like 6 months old, and whenever he sees me, he just points and he screams. And my sister thinks it's because I'm the only person in his life that has this much facial hair. But I know the real reason he points at me and screams is because even at just 6 months old, he already knows that he will never be better than me. I told my sister this joke completely out of context, and she said, well, Chris, what if he becomes president? And then I was like, I gotta keep my nephew from ever becoming president. Life goal number one. I do rock this beard. In certain parts of the country, people are unfamiliar with the beard. They don't know how to handle it, so they'll point and just say the first thing that comes to mind. Currently, the first thing that comes to your average person's mind is the television show Duck Dynasty. So I'll be walking around the streets of anywhere USA, and I got weirdos pointing at me and being like, hey, Duck Dynasty. Just saying the name of a TV show. I've gotten this so much that my entrepreneurial spirit has sparked, and I thought, I gotta make this work for me. So I decided to start making some Duck Dynasty parody pornographic films. And check it out. Of course, they all star me, but here's the deal. They are not, I'm not calling this film Dick Dynasty. I'm not calling it Suck Dynasty. I'm not calling it Fuck Dynasty. I'm not calling it Dick Vaginasty. I'm calling it Duck Dynasty, and it's me having sex with an actual duck, and on one pump, I kill the duck. But the subtitle is The Feathers Are Gonna Fly, and it's a CGI duck. So it's cool. Anybody got kitty cats in the building? Make some noise. Ah, my people! I love kitty cats. I got kitty cats for days. I got kitty cat stories for days. And I got friends who are sick and tired of me telling them stories about my cats. So, what I have done, I've just replaced the words my cat with the phrase some guy that I know. And I'm telling the same stories, y'all. So my friend Jared will be like, oh man, I'm going through some tough times at work. My boss is weird and family life is strange. I'm like, Jared, it's my turn. This morning, I got up at like 3 a.m. to use the bathroom, and some guy I know turned on his night vision and started following me around the house. Some guy I know got into a fist fight with some other guy that I know, so he arched his back and made his hair bigger, thus increasing his apparent size. I got no idea what to get some guy I know for his birthday. You're right, I'll just give him a piece of string. I came home from work super late the other night and my wifey was curled up on the sofa with some Persian guy that I know. That's cool. Some black guy I know walked in front of me. That's bad luck. I got a nice trick to play. Next time you're on a road trip and you're wanting to kill some time and have some entertainment amongst you and your peoples, here's a game you can play. Pull out your cell phone, go to your contacts list, and just start scrolling and say, tell me when to stop. Someone says stop. Wherever your thumb is, you text message that person this sentence. You say, hey, I thought about what you said. And then no matter how they reply, you send them a dick pic. Just straight up. Doesn't have to be yours. A dick pic. You know, I think when you're a young man, it's all about hanging out in the locker room with your boys and just talking about, just sharing jerk-off tips, I think when you are older, when you're an older man, it's all about hanging out in the yard with your boys and sharing, like, home improvement tips. But for me, Chris Drew, it's always been about one thing, and that's jerking off to home improvement. With my boys, Tim and JTT. IMDb it. I travel enough to where when I come home, it's a big deal with my wifey. Like, it's a super big deal. Recently, I came home, opened the door, and there she was. And she was very sweet. She actually had baked some cookies, some fresh baked chocolate chip cookies, which was very nice of her. And it was obvious that she wanted to make love. She wanted to have sex. It was obvious, which I understand because it had been a really long time since we had done that. But she has got to understand it had also been a long time since I had them cookies. You guys know me. We had to compromise, right? We decided to take our lovin' on top of that oven. So she benefited from the motion of my hips and I got to taste them chocolate chips. She wanted to make love and I didn't say no. My reward was that soft, moist cookie dough. She knew that my favorite type of cookie was that Betty Crocker. And I knew she loved it when I would put my dick in it a little bit, pull it down just a little bit, pull it down, then make eye contact, and then pat, 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 pat. Then I would make the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Y'all know what's up. That just happened at the NOLA tweet of 2015. You guys just said the alphabet. You said the alphabet while a stranger was on stage tracing a fake vagina with his real dick. That's right, that was my real dick. Big reveal. On a serious note, I do prefer making love in the kitchen. I really do. I like making love in the kitchen because we don't keep any mirrors in the kitchen, and I am terrified of making love in front of a mirror for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, I'm scared that if I'm making love to somebody and there's a mirror and I look at the mirror while I'm doing it, that what I'll see is a reflection of myself doing this. We did not talk about this. You are not doing it right. Fear number 2 is that I'm scared if even the smallest drop of semen gets on that mirror, the mirror will just turn into a portal, and then my son will step through. My unborn son will just step through. He's like, feed me. He's like, hey, is that fresh baked cookies I smell? And I'm like, that's my boy. I'll leave you guys with this one. Baseball season just started. Any baseball fans in the building? Tight. Let's move on with this joke. The appropriate amount of people applauded just now. It's gonna work. I like going to baseball games. I like sitting in the outfield to try to catch a fly ball. I got 3 states of mind. 3 states of mind when I'm trying to catch that fly ball, and I will share those 3 things with you, and then I'm gonna get out of your way for the next comic to come up here and get applauded and cheered by this amazing audience. Thing number 1, if a fly ball comes my way and there are no kids around me, that's awesome. I'll get up and I will make every attempt to catch that fly ball. Number 2, if a fly ball comes my way and there is a kid around me, I will chill out and just sit here and let that kid get that fly ball. Number 3, if no fly ball comes my way, then I'm taking that kid. My name is Chris True. You're all amazing. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Support your local comedy scene. Bye.
True, guys! With a set that would make Cookie Monster so fucking horny. Alright, guys. Are we having fun? We're drinking up? Having a good time? Awesome. This is the green room over here. Also the bathroom. Alright, let's continue the show. Right now, we're gonna... quiet. It's church. Worship. Good grief. I might have to ask you to leave. Am I have to ask you to leave? All right, fine. All right, guys, bring the next comic to the stage. I got a chance to meet this guy this weekend for the first time. Very funny. Got to walk around Bourbon Street and kick it. Crazy stuff. He was named as the 1,000th funniest comedian in North Carolina. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't even make the list. He didn't make the list. Guys, let's give it up right now for Rob Rubin!
What's up? What's up? Yeah, so, I'm Jewish, so I have a small penis, so I can only get to the letter M on the alphabet, unlike Chris back there, so, Anyway, so if you don't know me, on Twitter, I am Forever Hairy, which obviously has nothing to do with my physical characteristics whatsoever. I was going to originally go for a small Jewish penis, but that was taken by already ahead of time. Anyway, we're moving on. So anyway, are you guys having a good time this weekend so far? Tweet up? Yeah, I'm actually amazed that I'm even here, because like I was trying to figure out how to ask my wife, how to to get permission to come here. So I just put it out there. I said, listen, what would you say if I want to go to New Orleans, get really pissed drunk every night, maybe fuck some random chicks, and come home with my arm covered in a bunch of really douchey tribal armband tattoos. So she rolled her eyes, kind of sighed a little bit, and she said, what the fuck's the matter with you? You're Jewish, you can't get tattoos. Alright, fine, no tattoos. I'll have to settle for some passing out and having someone draw dicks on my face with a Sharpie again. Just like the last tweet up. Damn. The marriage is ready. We got a lot of married people here? Yeah, no one wants to admit that, right? Yeah. Right, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I read the latest statistic on marriage. It's like 60% of marriages now are ending in divorce. 60%. That's more than half. Wow. Yeah. See, I've been married for 13 years, so clearly I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. But it's a lot of my friends are getting divorced. A lot of times because they're cheating on their wives. Which is, I think cheating is wrong. I think cheating is wrong. I think it's immoral. But most importantly, I leave my phone unlocked way too much to ever be able to get away with it. To be honest with you. Because that's the last thing I need. Be like, Gee, honey, I don't know who this person is that seems to know the exact shape, color, and size of that giant mole on my ass. That could be anybody. It's probably my mother. I don't know. But, so like any good, loving, faithful husband, I watch a shit ton of porn. Just like y'all, right? Because we really live in a great age right now where we can just whip out our phones at any time when the mood strikes and look at a pair of tits, right? I mean, young perverts today have no appreciation for what it was like to be a sexual deviant back in the early 90s. Am I right? Hell yeah. We couldn't hide behind the internet. We had to take our shame public down to the video store and rent the entire series of Police Academy movies just to slip in that copy of Cum Dumpsters Part 6. Right? And it's usually like your friend's dad that was there too, and you're just like, I don't know where that came from. Oh man. Yeah, so the thing about porn that's so great is that there's so many like different like genres out now. You can just like get off to whatever freaky shit, pleases you, right? Like there's some shit I don't even understand. Like there's this one genre called ATM. Now maybe it's because I work for a bank. Okay. But I was expecting this to be a bunch of people orgasming when they found out there was still cash in their checking account. Turns out it's a totally different kind of money shot. But I have to admit, I have very, very simple tastes, actually, when it comes to porn. I almost feel like I'm like a really right-wing Republican, okay? Because I believe that porn should be just one man splooging on the face of one woman. Just like it's written in the Bible. Yeah. Moving right along. So, just out of curiosity, anyone here smoke weed? Yeah, that's great. I don't. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I approve of weed. I used to smoke a lot back in the day. I just found something even better than weed. It's called a steady income. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when you get to the end of the month and realize you have more to your name than just your grandma's old pea green couch, a VHS copy of the movie Friday, and a bag of Funyuns. Funyuns. Which, this is what I'm saying about it. Who put the word fun in Funyuns? Okay? Because the only time I've ever eaten Funyuns is when I'm way too depressed to care about what's going in my body. Like there could be a bottle of Drano and a bag next to a bag of Funyuns, and I'm just like, surprise me. That's the mental state I need to be in to eat Funyuns. Okay? I don't know, but do y'all remember the first time you tried weed? Do you remember that? Yeah. For me, it was like the most intimidating experience ever. Okay, because I was back in college. A couple of guys asked me if I wanted to smoke weed. It was the 90s, so Nancy Reagan was irrelevant, so I couldn't say no. Okay, so I get whisked into this dark, cloud-filled room. Shh, comic trying to tell jokes up here. So anyways, in this dark, cloud-filled room, Pink Floyd in the background. Everyone's got this beard so thick you could hide a Wendy's Baconator in it. And I'm standing there and I'm like, shit, these guys are fucking professionals. So then, then they throw you into the circle like you're supposed to know what the fuck you're doing. I'm like, hey, are we gonna do maybe a practice round? Maybe watch a training video, PowerPoint presentation, what, So, and it wouldn't have been so bad for me, if they were just doing a joint or maybe a blunt. But my first experience with pot was with what was called Bongzilla. Okay, this thing was 8 feet tall. Okay, we had to do those cheerleader pyramid routine just to get on the top of it. You know how much work it is to do that? Of course you don't, because when you're stoned, you don't want to do any physical work. You just want to sit there and fucking eat Funyuns. Hell yeah. You like Funyuns? You do? See, that's why I don't smoke weed anymore, so I wouldn't know, Maybe I gotta start again. I'll try again. I'll be a fucking new relation or something. Yeah. Oh man, so what else? Yeah, so like I said, I have a regular job now. Like I'm mature. I work in IT. I work with technology. I really like technology a lot. Well, most technologies. There's one kind of technology I really can't stand, and that is the self-checkout lane at the supermarket. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, because like you know what? Like not only is that thing like really creepy how it knows like your every move, right? But it's like it's also a really bitch about it too. Like I was at the store the other day, I just wanted to get a bottle of water. So I scan it, and immediately it starts yelling at me, put it in the bag. What if I want to drink it right now? I said in the bag, you'll drink it later. Wait, you're a machine. You cannot tell me what to do. I'm going to get the manager. There is no manager, only Zool. Okay, I'll put it in the bag. It'll turn me into a dog or a giant marshmallow or whatever, Oh man, but I do love technology, and everything now with technology, it's like, everything's like smart this, smart that, smart phone, smart car, smart. They even now have smart refrigerators, if you can believe that. Smart refrigerators. Like, God knows why I would need my refrigerator hooked up to the internet. All right, what is it going to do? Like, friend me on Facebook? Like, because that would be weird. Like, oh, Kenmore 8200 wants to be your friend. Okay. And, you have to accept because you don't want to hurt its feelings and, like, spoil all your food when you get it, right? And you know how Facebook works, right? Because then it's like, do that, and it's like, great. Now that you're friends with your refrigerator, check out these other appliances you may know. Oh, neighbor's dishwasher looks kind of hot. I'd love to see how it handles one of my loads. Yeah, and some of these refrigerators are so smart that they can actually give you a recipe based on the food that's inside it. Now, I like to see it try that in my house. Because it'd be like, let's see, mystery Chinese food container, expired jar of mayonnaise, grape soda, go. You can make depression. Great, well, why don't you save yourself the trouble? I'm going to get a bag of Funyuns, okay? Anyway, that's my time. My name is Rob Rubin. Thank you so much, guys. Good night.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Already spilling beer on the microphone. God. Hey, all comics, make sure to talk directly in the mic. When it comes like an inch away from your mouth, we can't hear you. All right? No. You didn't do that necessarily. Yes, no. No, he did great. Rob Rubin, guys. Rob Rubin. Rob talked a lot about technology, and I'm excited about technology as well. Like, people get really excited about 3D printing. You guys know about 3D printing. But a lot of people are worried about it because, like, the dangers, people printing up guns and shit like that. The thing that scares me the most about 3D printing is that it's going to kill the dildo market. Okay? It's going to kill it completely. I mean, how long did it take when the first photocopier was invented for somebody's ass to end up on that thing? Do you know how it's going to be raining plastic assholes, guys. It's going to be raining plastic. And you know what? The boob thing's going to be cool. Like, you could 3D print some tits, give them to your boyfriend, but the dick situation's going to be out of control. No dick pics. They're going to actually 3D print their cocks and send them to you now. It's going to be terrible. But it's going to get out of control because, like, you go to a store and you buy a dildo. It's a regular dildo, but people can 3D print them. It's going to get out of control. It's going to have a shark fin, a USB port, and a dildo. It's going to be ridiculous. This is the kind of stuff I think about when I'm buying dildos online, guys. What? Right, hey, it's in New Orleans, right? Guys, right now we're going to bring in the next comic. Very, very, very funny lady. She has a new web series right now called Afterglow. I'm excited about it. Let's give it up loud for Valerie Tossi.
This couldn't have worked any better because I was going to promise Del, if he shut up for the whole set, that I would let him spoon me tonight. But what's even better is that he's in the bathroom because I think he's going to jerk off to the sound of my voice. So that works too. Enjoy, shithead. Oh, fuck. You guys, is it just me, or are men finding new and innovative ways to be creepy? Is it just me? It's not, okay. Thanks, Michelle. The benefit of knowing literally everyone in the audience, and especially because they're all wearing name tags. Yeah, it's been weird because I have always been nerdy my whole life, and I've always worn glasses. And now all of a sudden it's like the cool hip thing where everybody's going to like, girl, the sexy librarian. And I'm like, first of all, can we retire that? Like, that job no longer has job security. Like, can we maybe get more creative with like sexy Apple genius or something? You know what I mean? Like, can we branch out a little bit, please? So yeah, it's ridiculous, and I will never get rid of my glasses. I am basically like Linus with an astigmatism. They are my security blanket. And so I will never get rid of them. And now everybody is like, just, they're obsessed about it. They're obsessed. And I'm like, where the fuck were you guys when I was 10 years old? You know what I mean? Like, where were you when I was getting made fun of for my slight yet delightful lisp? You know what I mean? Like, where were you when I had an overbite so bad that I got nicknamed Rat by my friend's older brother, and he would melt Velveeta cheese all over my bike seat? Like, where are we? Oh, well, there he is. Yeah, sneak over there, idiot. Fuck. Yeah. I hope you washed your hands, you dirty, dirty man. Oh, fuck. And Izzy's licking them. God, you're gross. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, God. Anyway. Well, now that you ruined the setup of my joke, you fucking cock. Tell I love you. Anyway, yeah, so it's been weird. And I've noticed, too, that everybody with glasses, like all the optometrists, have you guys noticed that none of them are wearing glasses? Or that they've never had LASIK done? They all wear glasses still? Does that scare the shit out of anybody? Like, they're all forgoing this thing, and I'm like, and everybody is like obsessed with it. I'm like, I'm not gonna get it done because I am super awkward, and I will be the 1% that ends up, blind with, a paraplegic that can smell colors. Like, that will be me if I get LASIK done. There's no way any good can come from it. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, I've been nerdy my whole life, and it doesn't mean that I'm not hypersexual. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is like guys in graphic t-shirts. So basically everybody that supports Bob Heller, see me after this show. Fucking perfect. Get in line. Yeah, Dell, that's why I told you to change earlier. I don't know if you guys knew this. This is the Dell the Freaky roast of 2015. Oh, fuck. But yeah, I've always been nerdy, and it just never goes away. My whole family is super sexed up. Like, my mom and my grandmother both read 50 Shades of Grey before I did, which is fucking horrifying. And my dad likes to freak me out with it too. Like, he likes to play a little game called How Can I Sexualize Your Mother in Ways That Will Haunt You for the Rest of Your Life? And I'm like, what the fuck, Dad? Like, he'll lean over and I'll be like nibbling on my mom's ear, and he's like, baby, I want to eat your lobe meat. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? What is that? And I think it's just like, his fucked up method of birth control, you know what I mean? Like, because it worked for a while until I figured out that he can dish it, but he can't take it. So now, like, he'll get on the phone with me, because we're 3,000 miles apart, and he'll try to play a game, and he'll be like, oh, your mother tells me you're dating somebody. Has he seen you naked yet? And I'm like, oh, that's the only way he's seen me. And then the next thing, he's like, I gotta go talk to your mother. Bye! Quick! Yep. That's what you get, Dad. That's what you get. Fucker. Yeah, my parents are really weird. Like, they're both stoners. Does anybody else have stoner parents? Yeah! Or, I didn't say is a stoner parent. I said has stoner parents. To be clear. No kids, listen to her. Anyway, but yeah, like, my parents both smoke pot, and I found out because my mom and I used to work together in a restaurant when I was 14, and I overheard people talking about smoking pot. And I don't know if you guys know this, but everybody that works in a restaurant smokes pot. And if you're sitting here saying, I do and I don't, it's because nobody likes you and you weren't invited. So there's that. Where did everybody go? But yeah, so I confronted my mother when I was 14, and I said, Mom, I overheard people do smoke pot, and her response was, what were you doing in my purse? So, She was real delicate about it. But yeah, they both smoke pot. And my mom was actually out visiting me not too long ago. And Nick, yeah, if you guys listen to Rock and Roll Cheeseburger, then you fucking heard this woman. You heard this woman. She's out of her mind. I go to pick her up to pick up her keys for the Airbnb. We get in there. We walk in, and this nice old Jewish lady, it's her house. The bathroom that we both have to use is completely covered in mirrors. And I don't mean like just like one here, there. I mean the floor, like the sink, like everything. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I know that I'm like, I can't make eye contact with my mother because she's not going to be able to keep her mouth shut. And all I'm thinking is I'm in there and I'm like, this is going to end badly, and I never wanted to see myself urinate in so many positions. Like, this is fucking horrifying. So my mom goes in and I just hear her screaming with laughter when she's in there. And she comes out and she says two things to me. One, she's like, I thought they were Jewish. What do they do when someone dies? Do they not let somebody use the bathroom? What's up with all the mirrors? And I'm like, oh my God. And then she goes, how much cocaine do you think that bathroom's seen in the 80s? I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mom. It's like a role reversal. Like, we're both looking at each other and I'm like, we will talk about this when we get home. Jesus. And it's like, and she's so stoked about having an Airbnb, which, by the way, I do not support, because the only time I ever want a stranger in my bed is if I'm next to them. So I find it very strange. But yeah, and then we get back to her Airbnb and she's up there and all of a sudden she throws her hands up in the air and she goes, ah, fuck, I forgot the paper plates. I was like, what the hell do you need paper plates for? She goes, for the baby powder. And I was like, what are you doing? She goes, how do you think I got the pot on the plane? I was like, what? You smuggled weed from Massachusetts into California. Let me rephrase. You smuggled your shitty swag weed into the biggest supplier of pot in the United States. The only reason they didn't catch her is because no one's looking for it going in. It's like driving a carload of illegal immigrants back into Mexico. Like, no one's looking for that. No one is looking for that. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Oh, God. All right, I'm going to tell you one more story, and this is a true story. So I told you about how my family's all hyper-sexed up, which is very, very true. My grandmother was 86 years old years back, and she was in the hospital for pneumonia. So we all went to say our goodbyes, and I went in there, and she pulls me aside and wants to talk to me separately. She goes, Valerie, I need you to do something for me. And I said, yeah, of course, what do you need? She goes, I need you to get rid of something for me. This is when I start to get a little nervous. I'm like, okay, well, what is it? She goes, I need you to get rid of my vibrator for me. And I was like, okay, where is it? And she goes, it's in the dresser drawer, you know, the one with the valuables in it. And I said, well, which drawer is that? And she goes, the one with my gloves and rosary beads. And I was like, I'm like, and then I start to wonder, and my mind is turning, and I'm like, is this an all or nothing situation? Like, are you wearing the gloves and the rosary beads, and are like, Jesus, take the wheel? Like, what is happening here? Like, what? And I was like, you know what, you're on borrowed time. You don't need to answer that. And I was like, yeah, I'll take care of it for you. And so the gloves came in very handy. And I did not know, right? I did not know what I was gonna walk into either. I get in there and I'm like, is this gonna be like a Beauty and the Beast thing? Like there's like a canister and it's like spinning and I like can't disturb it, you know what I mean? You might break the spell, like I don't know. So I get rid of the thing. And a couple weeks later I get a phone call. Because she pulls through, you guys. Little Anna Tossi pulls through. And, use that name, Google her. But she calls me up and she goes, hey Valerie, remember that thing I asked you to get rid of? And I said, oh, the one that's burned into my brain for eternity? Yeah. Yeah, sure, I can tell you the dimensions of it, yeah. What do you need? She goes, well, I want it back. I was like, wait, you think I have it still? Like it's like people were gonna fight over the things that you had when you died, putting stickers on it, and I was like, guess who won? Like, no, that's not me. It's gone. She goes, well, I want another one. Ladies, if you think it is horrifying to try to buy something for yourself, imagine the scenario of walking into a sex toy shop trying to explain to the very polite cashier that you have 3 very specific things you need to answer. Number 1, does it have a death rate? Valid question. Number 2, do the instructions come in large print? Third, lastly, neon, I see. Do you perhaps have another color? This might bother her cataracts. Maybe like a mauve or a dusty rose? Any of those? Great. So I made my selection, and she swore me to secrecy when it happened, but then I was like, okay, pneumonia's not gonna kill her, this will not kill her. And so I told everyone in the family. And it happened to be Christmas, the season of giving, and so I made her open it in front of all the females in the family. And she was very upset until she realized that it had different speeds. And you guys, I may not be headlining this show, but I am headlining that fucking will for sure. Thank you guys so much. I'm Valerie Townsend.
Holy shit! Was that not hilarious? Oh my god, that was great. We need to 3D print a major dildo for your grandma right now, guys. Throwback to my earlier joke. I mean, she talked a lot about her parents smoking weed. I'm a dad. Are there any parents in here? Anybody got kids? See, I'm relieved when I hear, I'm a dad. I'm responsible for 2 boys' lives. It's amazing. I'm happy to hear there's other parents here tonight because, like, in LA, people find out I'm a dad. They're like, you have kids? And you go to the Midwest, they're like, you don't have grandkids? It's totally different mentality. It's not fair. It's not fair. But, like, it's a fucked up thing being a dad because, okay, not too long ago I walked in and I found my son in the bathtub trying to jam his penis in the hole of a DVD. Okay? Now, first of all, wait. Before you judge him, he was 3 at the time, and I said try. He did not make it through, little guy, okay? He did not make it through that tiny hole. He's a shower, not a grower. So in that moment, what popped in my head is I wanted to be like, whoa, spindle dick, slow down. You know, I wanted to say that because I'm a comedian. But I was like, I can't scar him for life right now. You know what I mean? I gotta be cool. I gotta play this super cool. Because, like, when my son was born, my first son was born, my wife said to me, she's like, I want our children to be free and open with their bodies. And I looked at her and I was like, oh my God, you're so fucking wrong. Because the last thing a man ever needs to be is free with his body. Are you shitting me? I mean, sure, you can't shame him in that moment because he's gonna grow up and fuck shoes. Right? If I'm like, don't fuck the DVD, he's gonna fuck shoes. But if I let him be free with his body, he's gonna be that guy on the camping trip who pees out the fire. Like the guy's like, hey, everybody wants to see my cock? You know, like just that fucking guy. So I knew in that moment I had to get his mind off of his dick. I had to use dick flexion, right? I had to get his mind off it. I have one rule in my house. Don't be creepy, hands off the pee-pee. That's the rule in my house. Because you ladies are dealing with creep douchebags all the time. I was like, keep your hand off your dick, dude. That's all you gotta do. Anyway. I'm probably going to go into another joke here, but I shouldn't, right, Dan? Should I not? I should keep the show moving. Sorry. This is not Jacob Gibbons' 1 hour special. Anyway, guys, we're having a great time. We only have a few comics left. We're kicking ass and taking names, and the dildo material about your grandma will keep me hard for the rest of the weekend. So turned on by that. Fantastic. Oh, you're rewarding him. He's getting a prize. That's not really a lap dance. It's more of just a lap.
He's acting like a lap dog.
Ah, touche. All right, guys. Right now, I'm excited to bring up this next comic. He's a very good friend of mine. We met when I first started doing stand-up in LA. He's an LA comic, very funny guy. We've done tons of shows together all around the city, and he's really the reason that I'm here for sure, and I know a lot of you guys are too. He's the mastermind behind a lot of this stuff. So let's give it up, guys, right now for Dan Lawler.
Give it up for Jacob Gibbons. Man, that is a dilf if I've ever seen one. That is a dilf. This is complicated. Hey guys, how you doing? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Tossie, I still got a boner about the whole thing. Guys, what? It's been a rough week. I took a nap on Bourbon Street last night. As many of you have seen on Instagram. Great, good. But so I'm bothered by that, but I've been bothered by a lot of shit lately. You know, I've just been thinking about it. It feels like a lot of people aren't doing their jobs. Certainly not as well as Bob Heller. People are not doing their jobs, Bob. They're not. Like, how is it fucking, maybe you know, how is it possible that Tampax and Hershey's have never released a combo pack? What is wrong with, why? Do your job. Do your job. It's a simple thing, man. Like, that is, it just, why does America even exist? Why are we a country? Why do we have the audacity to say that we are the greatest nation on this earth if we can't put out a simple, that time of the month combo deal for the ladies? You know what I mean? It's a combo. It's America. These are our mothers and our wives and our fuck buddies we're talking about here. We have to protect them. We gotta protect them. Kyle. Man, America is the land of the combo. It's what we do. And I'm not just talking about the delicious gas station snack, although I am partially talking about those. Pretzel, cheese, mouth. Boom, done. Easy. I just feel like in this country, we should be able to walk into a pharmacy, order a number 8, get your tampons and chocolate, and not pay for full health coverage while you're smoking a joint in your free college class that's taught by a gay transsexual immigrant who carries a gun loaded with silver bullets because she married a werewolf at a public Wiccan ceremony in a national park, all paid for by Iraqi oil and Amazonian timber. Is that too much to ask? Hillary, where you at? Where you at? Ugh. A lot of shit's weird, though. You know what I mean? Wearing stickers on your hat's fucking weird. Tweet ups are fucking weird. Right, guys? Fucking pretty weird. Man. Like, you know, for instance, why is it that pandemonium almost never involves pandas? I feel like we're missing out on like a cuddly cute time. You know what I mean? Just crazy. Just crazy. This could actually be like the world's most adorable catastrophe. Where you at, Hillary? You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine the newscast. Tonight in Miami, it's pandemonium. There's pandas everywhere. The Bamboo Bar and Grill is being torn to pieces at a rather slow rate and in a tumbly fashion. But what's this? Ladies and gentlemen, the pandas have found the cocaine. That's what I want to see on the news. That's what America should represent. Oh my, can you just imagine like a pack of roaming, coked out panda bears just walking through the forest, all hopped up on the nose candy. Maybe they're wearing snappy business suits. I don't know. I like to think they are, because a panda is a classy bear. But that's just me. You customize your fantasy however you want, love bug. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Pandas. It seems to me that, you know, if, they're so cute. I can't stop thinking about them. You guys ever watch the videos at the zoo? They just roll around, you fat idiot bear. I just want to kick you, but I don't want it to hurt. It's not going to hurt. You're all blubber. Oh, man. You just want to toss them up in the air. You know what I mean? Oh. What was I talking about pandas about? It just seems to me that these hypothetical cocaine-addicted Chinese bears, it seems like, you know, they're on the cocaine, so they got a little more energy now, right? Maybe they get a little more confidence. Maybe they start fucking. Right? Because pandas are notoriously difficult to breed. Hard to get them to fuck each other, make little baby pandas that are even fucking cuter. This is advancement of the species we're talking about here, people. Oh, did you guys see the that panda sex tape just came out? Hot long panda sex? The real thing. It's panda on panda. You can laugh even if you're not Bob Heller. And I was like, I can't believe everyone saw my new video. Yeah. That panda was red all over. No, the real thing. There's a panda sex tape. They set a record for panda sex. This panda that they're now calling Enduring Brother. He pounded the panda puss for almost 8 straight minutes. Literally a world record. So I got to tell my girlfriend just this week, babe, we're only 4 minutes away from world record sex. Gave it to her real mediocre like. Yeah. Did you just call me a panda? That is a compliment and I'll take it. But it's just, with all this, the panda sex that's on the rise now, they're doing the 8-minute fucks and the whole deal, the populations are bound to increase. You know what I mean? Eventually, they're going to start taking over the zoos and encroaching on our cities, taking our jobs. So, we're going to have no choice but to defend ourselves, It's panda season. From the guys who brought you Sharknado and Turkey Volcano. The shocking true story from the future I made up. What would you do when you come face to face with the cutest killers? It's Man v Panda in Panda season. How do you like your panda seasoned? Are you saying you wouldn't eat a panda? Just because it's cute doesn't mean it's not delicious. Look at ducks. Oh my god. Oh. I would fucking eat a panda. I would. It's not fuck and eat a panda. I say this as a carnivore, not a sex criminal. Yeah. It's like that classic idiom, that thing like your mom would say to you if you come home after a long week at work. She'd be like, honey, if life gives you pandas, you make adorable panda meat sandwiches. Did your mom not say that? Well, anyone else in the club of my parents don't love me? I'm just kidding. Quick pro tip. You can actually make the sandwiches even cuter. You can put little black olive eyeballs on there, maybe a tomato slice mouth. Wow, now you're cooking with adorableness. Oh, man. Like, I don't just go around murdering endangered species and eating their delicious flesh. I'm saying, if it was like a dire situation, if someone was like, look, if you want to live, you either need to eat panda or fucking eat anything with celery. I don't know. I'll eat the panda. I will kill it with my bare fucking teeth and drink its blood. Celery? Fuck celery. Get the fuck out of my mouth. No calories. You taste like plastic, watery white. There's fucking dental floss inside it. What the fuck are you? Hi, I'm a vegetable, and if you load me up with fucking peanut butter and raisins, I'm almost palatable. Go fuck yourself, celery, you piece of shit, with your stupid fucking haircut. Fuck you. Get out of my drinks and my salads and my sandwiches. Go fuck yourself, you fucking idiot vegetable. Fuck celery, eat pandas. Dan Lawler 2016. I'm on the ticket. I'm running. I'd fuck a celery. Like if I had to. I don't know. Oh, did you guys know it is not legally referred to as a drug deal if they charge you full price? That's straight up just drug retail. Like that's not, you're not getting a deal. It's full price drugs. Do you have any drugs? I always assume the guy in the plaid shorts has drugs. It's because he does, right? I'm not off base. It's a real thing. It's in the Bible. God, it is in the Bible. It should be. I found this out from reading the Bible. This is actually a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! Your 97 Nissan Sentra doesn't need one. Okay, that's a spoiler joke. Guys, that's a joke about aerodynamics and being a douchebag, right? That's a combo, America. It's a fucking combo. Good God. Who likes poetry? That's the appropriate response. Roses are red. Except for all the other colors of roses that have been in existence for thousands of fucking years. The red ones are only one type. Thank you. So labia, huh? Right? Labia. Labia, rap, labia, rap, yo! We're gonna lay down the master of labia rap later. You can catch it on the documentary. It'll be part of Combo Deal America. Thank you. Labia, right. Labia, Labia. Labia, the word, is actually both the plural as well as singular form of that word. Like deer or something. A deer, some deer. You get it, Rolo. You're on board. So, if one of your friends were to just casually bring up in conversation deer labia, as is wont to do sometimes, just talk about deer labia, that person could literally be referring to an infinite number of woodland vaginas. It's astronomical. And I like to think about it. We are going real heavy on the bestiality today. This set has been brought to you by Bob Heller Enterprises. They're soft, I'm not. Not to skew too far from our topic here, but this is an important PSA. I want to make sure that you guys know and you remember. A blowjob from a Muppet, guys, that's a hand job from a Muppeteer. Okay, that's what that is. Break it down. Do the fucking math. There's a hand in there that is doing the job. That's an HJ. Sorry. You think you're getting a sweet beach from Miss Piggy, but nope. That's the Elmo dude, and he's gonna jerk you off now. This is where we live. Stupid America. Elmo's raping everybody. Who saw that one coming? Like a Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, maybe. Elmo? No way. He does like to get tickled. How do you know that he likes it? Have you spent a lot of time tickling Elmos? And they tend to like it. Rapists. Guys, humans are, there's been a lot of great humans that have done good things, smart stuff. They build houses and make microphones. This is a house now. They make overhead projectors that you could use up here. But a lot of humans are fucking stupid, idiot people. They're very dumb. Like if you get like 3 drops of super glue on your fingers and you'll pay attention to nothing else on the planet for 4 hours. You're going in for like your doctoral review. Like, so, what would you have recommended to this patient? Well, I really think that the patient exacerbated the situation on his own when... You fucking idiot, now you're not a doctor. Or you're driving down the freeway. You know, you're fucking driving along, someone cuts you off. Hey, buddy, get the... Now you're a dead idiot who's not a doctor. America. We could talk for a long time about how people are idiots. That's actually, I think, that's all we've done tonight, right? That's what we're gonna keep doing. Give it up for the Big Stupid Idiot Show. Yes! Yes! Oh, we're rebranding. It's gonna be great. I love it. It's really, I'm excited. I need to take another nap on Bourbon Street. I'm gonna get out of here. We got a couple comics left. Give it up for your host, Mr. Jacob Gibbons.
Sweat. He talked about the labia, guys. The labia. Not a lot of people know this, but each lip is named. One is the Mila, and the other one's the Kunis. The Mila, the Kunis. That's not true. But it feels like it should be. It feels like it should be true. Dan Lawler, guys. Dan Lawler. He was talking a lot about people who should be doctors, shouldn't be doctors. Did you guys know that there's an article online about doctors are trying to find a drug to cure racism? I'm serious. You can Google that shit. They're trying to make a pill to cure racism. That's amazing and an incredibly awkward conversation for a doctor to have with their patients. There's a guy and he's walk into the doctor's office and he's like, well, Bill, what's been bothering you? And it's like, it's my knee and minorities. You could use some Discriminex. Discriminex? What's that? That would be the name of the racist drug, guys. Discriminex. TM. All right. That's a genius joke, and I'm mad that you're not laughing harder. God, I fucking love that joke so much. I fucking love it. You're wrong. You're wrong. Discriminex? Are you fucking kidding me? Look at that commercial. You see a white guy running in a black neighborhood like, oh God, Discriminex. All right, guys. Let's give it up for the next comic. I'm very excited to bring this lady up. I met her last year. At the Twitter thing in Vegas. Who was at the Vegas one? Who was in Vegas? Yeah, Vegas. That was, Dan, am I right? Was that the first one? The first, okay, so at the inaugural Vegas show, which I was a part of, and I met a lot of you assholes, which I've been very excited about. But I met this lovely lady right here. She's very funny. You know her as the Goodnight Duchovny lady on Twitter. Let's give it a right now, very loud, for Angie Davis.
Hi guys. So I was nervous, and then I calmed down a little. Then I got here and I saw we're going to be doing this in a church, and I was like, well, let's hurry up and talk about cock. I have to be honest, I usually am very well prepared, but I got here and you guys have just been pouring drinks down my throat for like 3 days. So I'm going to jump around a little, and I'm going to look at my cheat sheet, because I like to drink, okay? There is Angie, and then there is drunk Angie. Some of you have met her. Some of you have stroked her breasts. Some of you will do that later, against your will or whatever. I don't care. I'll be there, is what I'm saying. There's Angie and then there's drunk Angie, and one of us once tried to vote in a tanning booth. There's Angie and then there's drunk Angie, and one of us keeps getting kicked out of Lynn's Crafters for trying to buy tacos. There's Angie and then there's drunk Angie, and one of us wants to know how much wizard discussion is too much wizard discussion during intercourse. Because it seems like there's a cap on that. Oh, so I am ready for winter to be over. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my winter ass came in quite nicely. I'm from West Virginia, and it was a shitty winter. It's still cold. Just a couple of weeks ago, I thought I saw Paris Hilton, and it was just a pile of dirty snow at the edge of the Walmart parking lot. Winter. I was also out of work, like, all winter long. So, like, I'm still trying to find an Instagram filter to hide my unemployment. Also looking for an Instagram filter to make the cookie crumbs on my boobs look majestic. Still looking for that one. So I'm out of work, was out of work, had a lot of free time, and I realized if you do some stupid shit, like if you stare out your front blinds and you close them really slow while you're staring forward, makes everything you're doing inside seem dramatic. Like, and my neighbors all think I'm planning to overthrow the government, just usually in there eating a ham sandwich. Unemployed. I had time to travel though. I like this new thing, Uber, where you can go and you can travel by car. That's pretty cool. We do not have that where I live. So my friends are like, how do you get around? And I'm like, well, in my case, I tie a wagon to my uncle. And I tell him that Earnhardt wasn't the greatest race car driver of all time. Takes off pretty quick. That's pretty cool. That's alright. What else do we need to talk about? Like I said, pretty drunk right now. I don't know if you can tell, I don't date a lot. It's for various reasons that it will become clear very soon. The other day, a guy asked me if I was seeing anybody, and I opened my mouth to answer, and 53 jelly beans just fell out. Like that just sums it up. Sums up the whole thing. Whenever a man compliments me, I let my body go limp and slide to the floor. I just pretend to be dead till he leaves. So I'm still single, fellas. Just so you know. You guys are very easy. I thought about online dating. I thought about online dating. But I tell them I'm chubby, and guys, sometimes they'll say, well, what size are you? If you ask me what size I am, I assume you want to make a woman's suit out of my skin. And I'm going to pass. But we'll call that plan B. There's a backup plan. That'll be okay. Like, guys say, well, you know what? I like curvy girls. I like curvy girls. And I'm like, you know what? How do you feel about girls whose ass can double as a comfortable chair? Because that's what we're working with here. I have thought about dating online sites. Like, having a Christian Mingle profile seems like the worst thing that could happen to a person. And I once got my boob caught in a salad spinner. That's something. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, my life is like a complete train wreck, and then I see somebody wearing a denim vest, I'm like, you know what, I'm doing okay. I'm more of a pet person than a boyfriend person. You can tell how single I am by the way my cat and dog both wear their sombreros with quiet dignity and acceptance. I go to feed my cat. I love my cat. I go to feed her. I bend down and she jumps on my back. And when I stand back up, she holds on. So the next few seconds, it's the saddest, tiniest rodeo you've ever seen. I don't think my cat appreciates that I shave my legs for her. I know it's time to shave my legs when Han Solo bursts into the room and asks my legs to co-pilot the Millennium Falcon. That's a Chewbacca joke. I'm pretty hip. Oh, what are we gonna talk about? Okay, hang on, let's look. I don't care now, fuckers. I'm drunk. Drunk Angie. The other day, I was sitting on the toilet holding my dog, singing Careless Whisper. And my friend was like, why were you sitting on the toilet holding your dog singing Careless Whisper? I was like, well, when I sing Total Eclipse of the Heart, he gets antsy. Making me laugh. You see a lot of smart people here. See a lot of jeans. I don't wear a lot of jeans because they get in the way of impromptu karate kicks. That's how I let the fellas know I'm DTF. Oh, I see Dell. Hey Dell, how you doing? You're a pretty smart guy. Let me ask you, can you get pregnant from icing and sadness? Because if so, I have a very exciting announcement. Oh, people think I'm a hugger, but I'm actually just shaking them down for snacks. Expect that this weekend too. I joke a lot about being chubby in my act, but the other day I did have a scare. I had a chest pain, and it did scare me though. It was like a weird stabby pain, and a Dorito. It was a Dorito in my bra. Have some life reevaluating to do, but that brings me to the next topic, nachos. After the show, I'm gonna make some fancy nachos if you guys wanna come back to the house. Fancy nachos are just regular nachos, but I keep my pants on. That's so easy. I wanna say thank you to everybody that put it together. To Mr. Dan Lawler, to Bob for the bloody brunch, for Pug and for Nick, wherever Nick is. You guys have done an awesome job. And for everybody for coming out tonight. You guys have been an awesome audience. We love you. Stay and party with us. Give it up for the next guy. Thank you very much. That's me. I'm AJ Davis Hearts Pete.
Holy shit, guys. We're here. We've reached the end. Are we drunk? All right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not. I've disguised my alcoholism by buying IPAs because they're like 14% beer. You know, like 14. Oh, shit. I'm drunk. 14% alcohol. Oh my God. That's how I hide my alcoholism. That's the joke. So my wife will be like, "How many beers did you have?" And I'm like, 2. But they're like 25% alcohol. My alcoholism only shows when somebody asks for me to take a picture of them because I'm like shaking as I'm taking them. I'm sorry, they're all blurry. I have dementia tremens. All right, guys, are you ready for the last comic of the night? I'm excited. Here we are in NOLA, and you're from, it's Nashville, right? That's Nashville as well. All right, guys. His name is Daniel Carrillo, but that's how we say it.
Started off with some racism, that's good. I think every guy in here is thinking, Angie, I want her to make normal nachos, you know? Right? Oh, shit. Guys, comics of Twitter, we're here. We've done it. It's way better than the comics of MySpace show they're doing at, they're doing it in the bathroom at the Tropical Isle, so that's pretty neat. Oh, man. We're all here from Twitter and all that. I gotta say, though, my favorite, like, time suck website is BuzzFeed. I don't know why, because I know it's a shitty website. I think it makes me feel good about myself. BuzzFeed is the equivalent of that kid you knew in elementary school that your mom made you be friends with because she was friends with his mom. He had maybe had Asperger's, but his parents would never get him tested. You're just like, hey BuzzFeed, what's up, man? Hey, I have 27 pictures of Drake wearing hats. Yeah, I'll see him. Yeah, sure. 27 pictures of Drake wearing hats. Let's look at that. Yeah. Oh, yep, that's cool. We're different. Hey, would you like to see 12 unlikely animal couples? Yes. Yeah, fuck. Yes. BuzzFeed, yes. I do want to. Oh, a coyote and a shark. I didn't even know they lived in the same habitat. That's neat. Hey, here's a picture of the cast of Friends today versus the cast of Friends 20 years ago. Why do you have that in your wallet, BuzzFeed? That's fucking weird. So odd. I'm gonna go hang out with Twitter, who had a mustache by 5th grade and knew where his dad's porn collection was stashed. That guy's awesome. I'm gonna hang out with him. So what I'm gonna do. So I live with my girlfriend now. Been living with her for about 6 months now. Who else lives with a significant other here? Anybody? Good. It's weird when you live with somebody for the first time. You start to realize shit that you never noticed when you guys lived apart. Like I started to realize Pinterest is a big deal with girls. It's insane. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. It started off simple. Like, all of my meals just started getting served in mugs for some reason. It's like, here's macaroni and cheese in a mug. And a brownie that I made in a mug. For lunch is soup that I made in a mug that you eat with a tinier mug for some reason. It's like, you know we have plates and bowls. Like forks and spoons, we spend money on that shit. We can just use that like normal people. Burlap started popping up from nowhere, which, ladies, I don't know if you know this, burlap used to be the old home for potatoes, and now you're making curtains out of them like a fucking lunatic. Barnwood, it's just like, hey, when did we start living in a Mumford & Sons video? I didn't sign up for that at all. I didn't. Pinnacle, though, ladies, mason jars. Cut it out with the mason jar. It's like the Swiss Army knives for white girls. Use it. They use it for everything. It's like, hey, We have these cotton balls that scatter about. Store them in a mason jar. Hey, we got these tinier mason jars. Store them in a bigger mason jar. Honey, I have a salad, but, you know, I need bacon bits. Smash a mason jar, put it on top. Less calories. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. White girls have asked, Pinterest has answered, make my house look like a Civil War era general store. That's it. I'm a bit of a romantic. You guys have gathered that. You guys have. It starts off early in a relationship, it does. Like for instance, myself, I make sure from first date on, you have to set the tone. You do. Here's something I've been working on. I do it all the time. It's never failed me, okay? Take her out to a nice restaurant, something really fancy. You tip big, you have to. Server goes, thank you for coming to the Red Lobster. You nod politely. Take your final sips, you leave the restaurant. From that moment on, you do not say another word. You keep your mouth shut. You drive her home. She's gonna say something like, hey, I had a nice time. Lips zipped, mouth shut. She's gonna think, this guy's pretty mysterious. And you are. You are. You get to the house. You walk her to her doorstep. She's fiddling with her keys. We've all seen Hitch. We know how this is gonna play out. She tries it again. Hey, I had a nice time. Right then and there, you go 90. She's gonna go 10. It's gonna happen. Lips touch. Hearts flutter. Emotions are high. You open your mouth, she opens hers, and you release the 2 to 3 ounces of Sprite you've been holding in your mouth since you left the restaurant. Fireworks. Now, here's the deal, guys. Her eyes are gonna open. Yours should already be open. That was surprising. You just deposited lemon lime refreshment into her. It's gonna be a moment you guys share. You're gonna pull away. Cut the tension by whispering those 3 little words every girl wants to hear. Obey your thirst. I deserve that. That was good. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? The relationship may progress from there. You know? You're gonna have sex that night. It's a formality. Nobody shares that and not have sex. So now you've been dating for a year. You want to keep it up? You do. Maybe she's sick. You want to nurse your baby bird back to health. Who does not? You give her that holy trinity of feeling good. Chicken soup, orange juice, ginger ale. She's in bed. You walk into the room. She says, hey, just set it by the bed. Okay? But you're better than that. You don't do that. You sit down. She's like, no, please, I gotta get rest. No. You lean in and kiss. Baby, I don't want to get you sick. Lips touch. You flood her mouth with so much chicken and stars. Stars because it's patriotic, guys. This is still America. This is. Yes. Now, here's the deal. She's gonna say something like, you've gotta stop this. It's getting out of hand. Push on past it. She's probably delusional from the cold medicine, okay? Then you lean into her ear and you whisper those beautiful 3 words. Good. Has to be Campbell's though, right? Copyright infringement. You don't want to do that. What's going to happen is you guys are going to grow old together, all right? You're going to have a couple of kids. Your kids are going to have some kids. You're going to have a couple of squirts running around. And they're going to sit on her lap. And they're going to say, Grandpa, how did you and Grandma keep it going all these years? You're going to look down on them and say, well, hashtag an emoji, because our society is decaying. It is. Emoji's the female, by the way. It's a feminine situation. Well, hashtag an emoji. We kept it going all these years by what I do is I surprise my beloved with liquids and then whisper the company's slogan into their mouths, into their ears, their mouths. I've called that joke, Books Nicholas Sparks is Too Afraid to Write. That's what it's called. Oh man. We have a dog together. And I didn't like bone her and like a puppy came out. That would be awesome. I would have way more sex if that was guaranteed. Puppies are way cooler than babies. No, but we had a dog together, and a couple months ago, my dog tore her ACL, and I had no idea she was in a rec football league. I didn't know, maybe she's an extra on Airbud Golden Receiver. I don't know how it happened. So I took her to the vet, and the vet's like, well, she's gonna need surgery, but luckily the damage has been done. Take some time, think about it. So I was mulling over, and my friend's like, dude, how can you not go and get the surgery? It was a few $1,000s, but they're like, she's injured. And I was like, well, maybe because my dog isn't LeBron fucking James. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe the weight of the city is not on her shoulders to bring a championship to a franchise that hasn't had one in 25 years. Yeah, no, she's a dog that just last week I saw vomit and try to eat her vomit so that I didn't catch her. So I'm sorry if I'm not chomping at the bit to throw $3,000 at a leg for a dog that is reenacting scenes from German pornos. I don't want to do that. I don't. I'm going to wrap up. This is exciting that we're going to get shit-housed. It's going to be weird, make some mistakes. Some of you may get stabbed outside. I don't know. All right? People are cheering like, yeah, I'm going to get stabbed. Fuck yeah. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. So I've been writing a lot of screenplays, actually. I have. I kind of use you guys as a test audience, figure out what you guys think about it. Maybe I can fast track it, I don't know. So it's about this puppy that grows up and becomes a surgeon. We call it Dogter. Dogter, guys. Comedy is easy, is what I'm saying. And I've written really cool scenes into the show. Like, for instance, there's this one episode where a man gets triple bypass surgery, and it's a long surgery, and doctor comes into the waiting room, approaches the family, takes off this cute little dog mask, it's precious, he does. He's gonna be like, well, I gotta tell you, there were parts in that surgery that were a little rough. A little rough, I can't stop, guys. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. So, it doesn't stop. There's another scene later in the series where a little Jewish boy breaks his leg. Violent accident. It's crazy. Doctor has to reset it. Comes out to the waiting room, approaches the family, the mother, she's in tears. He's like, I'm happy to announce that your son's gonna be walking during his bar mitzvah. During his bar mitzvah, guys! Oh my gosh, Daniel's 3 for 3 in that feels right. Oh, it doesn't taste good, I agree, Bob. It's going down very, very dirty. Now here's the deal though. In the final episode, you have to really kind of make the audience want to watch during the second season. So what we don't know is through the whole series, Doctor has been dating this fine-ass poodle. She keeps it tight, okay? And so Doctor's been pregnant. The poodle's been pregnant the whole time, and she's giving birth in the final episode. So Doctor drives over to the hospital in his Range Rover. Oh, dear God. Somebody help me. Burst into the operating room, sees the puppy, realizes they look nothing like him. Doctor freaks out. He goes back home to his doghouse, takes 2 pawfuls of chocolate-covered raisins, fade to black. Executive producer Jerry Bruckheimer. Tell me you would not watch that. Oh my goodness. Guys, thank you so much. That does it for me.
I drank too much, guys. Hey. Photo op. Should I end the show or should I tell one more joke? One more? One more. 2 more, says Bob. 2. All right. The softball, since you say 2, is can you buy a used Eyewitness News van? Is that an option? Can we buy used Eyewitness News vans? Because you could have sex in the back and say cool things like this just in. You're welcome. Okay, here's my closing joke. Closing joke and then tweet comedians is done in NOLA. Are you ready? Okay. What? What? All right. Here we go. I read shit online that's weird all the time. I'm sure you guys spend time on the internet because you tweet, right? Weird shit. One of the weirdest things I ever read was that a pig has a 30-minute orgasm. You've all heard this, right? A pig has a 30-minute orgasm. That's amazing, but it will ruin your childhood if you think about it, because this means that Porky Pig did not have a stutter. Every episode is 30 minutes long. What does that asshole keep doing? Just like, what does he say at the end of every episode? That's all, folks. What else could you possibly say after coming for 30 minutes straight, guys? Okay, I'm Jacob Givens. This has been Tweet Comedians in New Orleans. Give it up for every comedian tonight. All of the talents, all the amazing people. You guys are incredible. Let's drink.